They thought she was weak. They thought her silence meant fear. But that day, when they humiliated her in front of the entire school, they had no idea what she was capable of. The hallway was alive with chatter, laughter, and the slamming of locker doors. It was just another regular day at Eastville High, except for Sophia Miller. For her, every day was a silent battle. Sophia was known as the quiet girl. She walked with her shoulders hunched, her eyes always cast downward. No friends, no words. Just a notebook clutched tightly to her chest, and a heart weighed down by years of ridicule. She wasn't always like that. There was a time when Sophia laughed freely and smiled with her whole face. That was before the whispers started, before her stutter, her thrift store clothes, and her shyness became targets. By 10th grade, she had learned that silence was the only shield she had. But some people don't stop even when you disappear. Some bullies go hunting for ghosts. Jessica, the queen bee of Eastville, had it out for Sophia. Maybe it was jealousy, maybe it was boredom, or maybe it was just cruelty. Along with her circle of followers, Ava, Lee, and the ever-muscular Miranda, they made it their mission to break Sophia down. It started with notes in her locker. "Freak, go back to the cave you came from. No one wants you here." Then came the tripping in hallways, the whispers that turned into laughter, the gym locker sabotage. Sophia never fought back. She never even told the teachers. She just took it, swallowed the pain, and cried in empty bathrooms. But nothing prepared her for what happened that Wednesday afternoon. It was lunch break. Sophia sat on the bleachers behind the gym, sketching quietly. Art was her therapy, her one safe space. But that day it was invaded. Jessica and her crew had followed her. "Oh look, it's the mute mouse again," Jessica sneered, snatching the sketchbook out of Sophia's hands. "Give it back," Sophia whispered, reaching for it. "Or what?" Jessica mocked. "You gonna draw me to death?" The girls laughed. Miranda shoved Sophia hard, and she stumbled back, landing on the hard bleacher seat. In a blur of chaos, Jessica grabbed the neckline of Sophia's top and yanked it down, ripping it halfway off in one disgusting motion. A collective gasp rose from the few students who had gathered nearby. Someone pulled out their phone. Sophia froze, her chest rising and falling rapidly, her face drained of color. She stood there, humiliated, exposed, trembling until something inside her snapped. Sophia didn't scream. She didn't cry. She moved. With a speed no one expected, she lunged forward and tackled Jessica to the ground. Shock silenced the group as fists flew, not wild or clumsy but calculated, controlled. Jessica shrieked as her nose cracked. Miranda jumped in, but Sophia was ready. In one swift motion, she sidestepped and grabbed Miranda's arm mid-swing. With a hard twist and a pop, Miranda collapsed, screaming in pain. Her throwing arm fractured. Lee and Ava backed away, horrified. Sophia stood in the middle of them all, eyes blazing, not with rage, but with a terrifying calm. "I said stop," she whispered. For years, too, the aftermath was chaos. Teachers arrived. Phones were confiscated. Sophia was taken to the principal's office. Jessica left with a bloodied face. Miranda was rushed to the hospital with a broken radius. Everyone expected Sophia to be expelled. But that didn't happen. Because someone finally spoke up. A student named Ethan, who had filmed the entire thing from afar, turned the video in, unedited. It showed the humiliation, the assault, the moment Jessica tore Sophia's top, and the attack that followed. The administration was forced to face the truth. Sophia had defended herself. The years of silence were no longer invisible. She wasn't the villain. Jessica and Miranda were suspended and ordered into counseling. The school was put under investigation for neglecting reports of bullying that had been swept under the rug for years. But the real change came from Sophia herself. She didn't retreat into silence again. She stood tall, still quiet, but no longer afraid. She joined the school's self-defense club and even spoke at a school assembly about bullying and the long-term damage it does to people. Her voice trembled at first, but by the end the entire gym stood in applause. Not out of pity but respect. Sophia didn't just break their arms, she broke the cycle, the message. You never know how strong someone is until they're pushed too far. The quiet ones aren't weak, they're watching, learning. Holding in storms that no one sees. And when they rise like fire. Never mistake silence for surrender. Sophia didn't become a hero by fighting. She became one by refusing to be broken. They laughed when they tore her top in public. They didn't expect her to break their arms in front of everyone. This isn't just a story about a quiet girl. It's about what happens when you corner someone who's been hurting for too long. She wasn't popular. She wasn't loud. And she certainly wasn't someone people stood up for. A senior at Eastville High, Sophia was the kind of girl who walked the hallways like a shadow. No friends, no social media, just art and books. People said she was weird, others called her a mute. But the truth was, Sophia was scared, not of the world but of being seen. Years of being mocked for her stutter, her second-hand clothes, and her quietness had taught her one thing: keep your head down and they won't hit you as hard. But no matter how small she tried to make herself, the bullies found her. Jessica Mays, the queen bee, a master of fake kindness and venomous gossip. Her clique Lieva and Miranda were just as cruel, especially Miranda, who threw for the varsity softball team. Big, loud, brutal. They targeted Sophia daily. At first it was words, then came the accidental, bumping in the halls, spilling drinks on her sketches, locking her inside bathroom stalls. But Sophia never fought back. She only shrank deeper into herself. No one helped, no one spoke. Even the teachers turned away. Wednesday, lunch break. Sophia sat behind the gym on the old bleachers, sketching like she always did. It was her safe zone, quiet, far from the chaos, until they found her. Jessica approached, followed by the others. "Oh my God, look at her, drawing again like some broken Disney character," she sneered. Sophia didn't respond. She just hugged her sketchbook tighter. Ava grabbed it. "Let's see what the freak draws in her free time." She flipped through the pages, laughing. "These are actually good. Too bad you're still a loser." Sophia reached out, barely whispering, "Please, give it back." Jessica rolled her eyes. "What are you going to do if we don't?" She yanked the sketchbook away, then looked at Sophia's shirt. "Let's give the boys something to talk about." Before Sophia could react, Jessica reached out, grabbed her shirt and ripped it halfway down. Time froze. Laughter erupted from behind them. Someone was filming. Sophia stood there, frozen in shock, her chest exposed, her dignity shattered. She wasn't angry. She was done. What happened next nobody expected. Sophia stepped forward calmly and punched Jessica in the face. Her nose cracked. Blood poured. Miranda lunged toward her, but Sophia moved like she had been waiting for this. She grabbed Miranda's throwing arm mid-swing and twisted it hard behind her back. Snap! The scream echoed across the court. Leah screamed and backed away. Ava dropped the sketchbook. Sophia stood there, having shirt torn, fists clenched. Everyone was silent. She didn't cry. She didn't run. She just looked at Jessica, now whimpering on the ground, and said with a shaking voice, "I begged you to stop. You didn't listen." Within minutes, staff arrived. An ambulance was called for Miranda. Jessica was taken to the nurse's office. Phones were confiscated. Sophia sat quietly in the principal's office. She didn't explain anything. She just waited. But this time someone else spoke up. Ethan, a quiet kid from the chess team, had recorded the whole thing, from the moment Jessica humiliated her to the final punch. He turned the footage in, unedited. The school had no choice. Jessica and Miranda were suspended. Ava and Lee were put under observation. Sophia was given counseling, and not punishment. What shocked everyone was this: Sophia had been taking self-defense classes in secret for months. She never planned to fight back. She only wanted to feel safe. But when pushed past the breaking point, she protected herself.